Hello and good morning from Steve's backyard. So, I had to move this pot a couple of times, and since this is a tutorial, I have to show you a rookie mistake that I made. This is where the two concrete slabs met, and I could have easily and smartly put a little rubber piece in between, and I have the exact right material sitting in my basement, but I didn't do it. So moving this thing around will mean there's a fault line here, an earthquake zone, if you will. So I got to be real careful. Maybe I'll make something that I move this tray in. This is just an aside. If you're ever mounting stone like a crazy person, in concrete like a crazy person, watch out where you join your slabs, especially if you have a flexible mica pot, plastic pot, anything but a cement pot, I think, or a very, very robust ceramic. All right, on to the next step. So I have formed up the repair of this area. As I said, I need this real estate here for another idea that I have, and this is the only way I can think of to do it. So I'm going to mix up some pourable type cement. I'll see if I can get it to the right consistency. I'm not following any instructions. This stuff is very thin. It has some lumps. But I'll come back when I'm ready to pour, and we'll do this together. All right, here goes. Okay. This is going to harden on me, I know it. All right. So let's let this sit for a little bit. Looks like I need a little more here, doesn't it? So in order to make this an easier job to put the brick down, I've glued a piece of window screen that was cut and fitted to size. I've just tack glued it in place with crazy glue. I'm going to go over it with a different type of glue, which will be the same glue that I'm Gorilla Clear Grip. I'm just going to put a coat of that on here. It's like a contact cement, contact adhesive. And then I'll start bricking it. I got the area worked out here the way I wanted it. It's got a little bit more land now. Hopefully that will stay. I'll try and treat it in some way against any future erosion over here. I do have a cement or a concrete sealer that I could use on the sides. I think that would be wise. All right, let me move on to getting seeing if this Gorilla contact adhesive works. I'm going to have to do it wet. I'll put it on here and let it dry, but I'm going to have to do little wet dabs on the brick until I can move it into place. So I can move it into place. Another thing that I'm going to do is to try and create some sort of, this brick will have an edge to it with the bricks going lengthwise, and that has to be outside to outside 2 1/8. The space that I have here is 2 1/4. So I've got to make up that distance of I guess a 1/16 of an inch on both sides, and then I can put those border bricks in, which will make it a lot easier to fill in with the other brick. I'll triple check the measurement before I go crazy. All right, that's the next step. And while this may look like I've built a wooden fence, I actually built a wooden fence, but it's not to be a fence. This will be knocked off when all is said and done. I'm using it to guide me in laying the border bricks, which will help me immensely when I'm laying the interior bricks. So that's what I'm going to do starting tomorrow, is put these border bricks in. But however far I get tomorrow is how far I get. I'll continue this video because there isn't much content in it now, but I'll continue this video with fast motion bricklaying. Okay. Oh, and one more thing. I went ahead and put tape on here to take up a little bit more dimension, because the space was a little bit more than I wanted it to be on both sides. And this will also help in containing any glue that might want to stick to those side boards. So because I'm going to be knocking them off and I don't want to knock off any of the brick. Good morning. It's the next day now, and the time has finally come to brick the path. And here are the bricks. Here's a little pencil point so you can get a sense of scale. They're cool looking bricks, but for scale, here's my finger. And I also have half bricks because each row is 8.5 bricks, going by that picture that I had of the brick path. It's actually a cobblestone path, but I don't have any cobblestones, so these will have to do. All right, it's all on a little plate, and I'm going to get started on this side, and I'm not even going to bother with real-time video. I'm going to do it all in time lapse. Here are my little tools for pushing things around. Here's my glue that I hope I don't get everywhere. I better put something down. All right, time to get started. Well, I've run out of time for today. Thanks for keeping me company in my backyard. I'll be back at this in a couple of days. Take care for now.